This episode is fueled by Mountain Ops, supplements to conquer more and crush your countdowns. Visit mountainops.com for all your supplemental needs. Fuel, recover, repeat.
Well, it's better than
scripted. I don't know, man. I love that stuff. Well, good morning. Welcome back to Countdown 2 Podcast. I'm your co-host, Drew.
I'm Leighton.
And we're brothers.
Yes. For those new here, this is a podcast about how we changed our mediocre and destructive lives by reverse engineering goals that excite us to become healthy men, leaders, athletes, and mountain bikers.
Yeah, and that's been quite the journey, reverse engineering the goals, like you said. And in that, we found freedom and fitness and just better health all around. And so we continue to develop countdowns that push us past our comfort zones to be able to continue to grow and not get, crazy or lazy in our health. And so we continue to create more countdowns. And we've got a couple big ones here.
Yeah, first one, YETI Gathering 2026, YETI Cycles. It's the mountain bikes we ride. The Gathering is an epic mountain bike experience and global meetup of riders chasing jaw-dropping trails, camp vibes, and shared stoke. It's 3 days out in Colorado terrain. It's 30 plus miles and 3,000 feet of climbing per day. It's a grind by design, and we're training with intention so we can thrive and not just survive.
That's right. And that takes place in July, I believe. So that is coming up this summer. We have, I see you shaking your head. We have, before that, we have a current countdown, actually, that'll really lend itself to getting us in shape in YETI, in July for YETI. We continue the countdown with our sponsor, Mountain Ops. Boom. Wait, where's my... Yep. And they have a thing each year called Conquer 90 Challenge, which is a 90-day transformation challenge that pushes you to grow physically, mentally, and spiritually through daily accountability and intentional habits. The winner gets $10,000. So there's, prize on the line. You basically get paid to work out. Plus $100. Wow, that wouldn't go far. $1,000 in supplements and gear. And then also they pay for a trip to you to come out to the headquarters in Utah. And that is early July for their summit. It's a 3-day summit there as well. And this whole Conquer 90 starts January 12th.
Today.
April. Today. Oh, it starts today. All right.
Let's get on it.
Yeah, let's go work out.
Yeah, later, guys. And in that, we've developed a series for the next 90 days of interviews with Mountain Up athletes to hear their stories from past winners, ambassadors, and newbies, and maybe even their chief visionary officer, Trevor Farnes. We'll see.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
You heard it here first. Oh, wait.
Put it out there.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. No, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting to see what others had to do to grind through. We've got my buddy James, my buddy James, who we've interviewed in the past, who is one of their winners from 2023. Just solid information that really is inspiring. I mean, every time I listen to James and others, it's like, oh man, like look at what they accomplished. What can I do?
Yeah. Well, it's relatable too because they're normal people. Like they're not Olympians, they're incredible athletes, but it's like you could get there,
yeah. But they weren't credible athletes before, so
nope.
Come a long way.
Yes. So what are we talking about today, dude?
Today we're talking about the comfort zone lie.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. And I think this lends itself well to even just these next 90 days because we're going to be challenging that comfort button in all of us, where we are desiring to quit or it's too hard, I'm too tired. My back blew out again, for those schmucks that have back issues. Oh, wait, that's me.
Yeah. No, this was relatable to me because it's really easy to, sorry. out there. I think
Somebody's up.
I think Haley got up with. By the way, we got another dog this weekend. It's actually been really good, but
You have a dog problem now.
yeah, I do. Anyway, no, this is this really speaks to me because in the past, when I wasn't ready to change my life, but I was thinking about it, certain opportunities would come up that I would miss out on. Like say Conquer 90, like the start date would come up and I wouldn't sign up and be like, you know what, I'll just get it next time, you know. And then subconsciously I would just be like, okay, I'm just staying where I'm at. Like I'm just I just haven't started yet. And that's false. Like stagnation, you know, it's a lie of stagnation to where you sit comfortable in your comfort zone and you think you're safe there. But no, you are still on a slow decline to everything blowing up in your life. When you're not fighting for yourself, then you're actively losing. So and I feel like right now, as we're into the third week of January, when things start to fail, it's kind of like, I don't want to say crap or get off the pot, but it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like do or die. You know, like literally do or die.
Well, and what is it statistically? By this time of January, people start failing on their goals, their New Year's resolutions. Whether you like those or not, like people at this time are just like, oh, it's too hard or it's too much. I'll start next year or whatever. Yeah, exactly what you're saying. Or it's just they give up on it. So
I read last night that January 9th is when
January 9th
is when the first wave of failing, and I was like, only 9 days, and
Yeah,
that's like
and
that's counting weekends, you know, like
yeah, that's
it's counting rest
that's
days.
yeah, that's surprising. And I don't say that disbelief as in like, oh, those idiots or slugs. I don't know. It's more of like, oh man, like I feel for people. I think this side of health, I've just been like, oh, come on, guys, just get over the hump. Just get into that routine and those habits, because it's absolutely better on this side. It's hard as hell. It's exhausting. It's, your body just wants to shut down, especially if you haven't been an athlete before or I always say this, worker, outer. But until I find a better word, that's what I'm going to use.
We have the best words here.
That's right. Words. We're wordsmiths. And yeah, so I mean, it's just like, oh, just get that rhythm going because you can do it. And too many people just give up. And I agree with you, what you say, where it's just like, there's not like, okay, I'm raising the bar and I'm going to head, do this. Okay, now I'm, you know what? It's too hard. I'm just going to go back to where I was. No, it's a downward slide. Like you say, there's no middle ground. It's either growing or you're declining, not growing. Words. And so yeah, so I hear you. So to quit is not just to stop, and it's there's no neutral.
Yeah,
you're going forward or reverse.
Yeah, exactly. You don't stay the same. Most of us think when we don't most of us think that when we don't take the leap, we're choosing stability. We tell ourselves it's fine, nothing changes. But yeah, like you said, nothing ever stays neutral. You don't stay the same. You don't pause life. You either move up or down. I think that's what you just said. And comfort always disguises the fall. The only thing you miss by not changing is going up, but you still go down. And why?
That's the whole goal. Oh, God,
No, you're good.
I was going to say that's the whole goal of our next series, this series of interviews, is to just really encourage people from those who've gone before them and have made that the change, the switch, and really that decision point to do so.
Yeah, and the phrase "I'm fine," it's a dangerous mindset. It's actually a mindset I grew up with. when our mom was going through cancer when I was 11 to 18, siblings that are older, Drew, my brother, or they would ask like, how are you? Checking in on me, and I would just say I'm fine. Like, don't focus on me, focus on mom. I lied to myself, and I believed that lie for a long time. I didn't realize it till way late in life that it's like I'm not fine. Like, I was declining. I wasn't just staying the same. And I was masking it with like, I'm good. I was really poorly trying to fake it till I make it. And the comfort that you think you're staying in, it feels safe, but it slowly erodes everything. Relationships, if you're staying stagnant and not doing what you're called to do, there you get, when your partner doesn't like you. Resentment.
You get divorced. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
There's no shade on you. I just
no, I don't. Yeah. You're fine. Your relationships, when you're not doing what you're called to do, it builds resentment, like naturally. If you're just sitting there in your comfort zone, your health continues to go down. Your confidence in yourself, which destroys the other last two things, and your self-respect, and then it's just you're going down, like, and that because each day that goes by, it hurts you. You're not staying the same. You are on a long decline.
Yeah, sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yeah,
mine as well. Yeah. Exactly.
Mine is a worse experience. Like earlier,
it's worse than mine.
Yes, yeah.
Wow,
and that's why I said mediocre you and destructive me earlier.
No, but I mean, I think that is something. I was going to speak to Fine real quick. FINE, like in recovery circles, when people say, "Oh, I'm fine," people automatically are like, "Oh, fine, you're," some circles you're effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
That sounds right.
Because all those things. So whenever I hear fine now, I'm just like, oh yeah, you're effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. Yeah, so you're not doing good. But I think that like with our journeys, I mean, and everybody's journeys, it's like there's levels of degrees, and I feel like what you were saying earlier, where you're like, you were really backsliding, and I was sort of backsliding, or I forget exactly what you said because I wasn't listening apparently. But like, mine was a quieter death.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. If we're comparing you and I, yours was like you struggled alone. You journeyed alone, and then you crashed loud.
That's a very good point.
Thank you. And mine was just a slow death of just like, oh, I'm slowly declining without really noticing it.
Yeah.
But like our spouses or partners know it. Like we see it. We're not the same person that they fell in love with, and I mean that could be for many different reasons, but just like I think that for us it was a big one where it's just like, hey, you know what, we know your potential and you're really falling short. And it wasn't necessarily like a blame or whatnot. It was more like a concern.
Yeah,
like you're just not who you used to be, where you were gung-ho, excited on life. And I think that for us, those were the wake-up calls, like, oh yeah, I am declining, I mean, because you kind of know, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's a good, two things. That's a good point to where,
thank you,
your decline, whatever, was quiet, so it's hard to notice. It's hard to say anything. It looked normal. Your life looked normal, like, mine was louder. So I always think of the alcoholic versus the drug addict. Like, alcohol's normal. Alcohol's legal. Alcohol's on every commercial. It's Friday. Let's go have fun and drink.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Meth. is not.
Math.
Like it's not normal. It's like easier. No, I don't want to say easier, but like it's more the people around you can, let's take you out of that, and not feed into it.
Let's have an intervention.
Also, and then the second thing I want to say is if someone is listening to us and they're I don't not the good partner, but they're seeing their partner decline. There is a way to approach them out of concern versus out of annoyance. Like, hey, I noticed you've been going through some stuff. How can I help, or what's going on? Versus like, dude, you're effing up. The family's failing. Like there's a good approach and not so good approach. So
sounds like you were approached by both.
Yes,
and too much of the others.
One's great.
What the hell are you doing?
Or just not even saying anything at all. And us as partner, or as partners, as spouses, we're supposed to keep each other accountable. And you hopefully want the best for them. So you want to ask. You want to talk about what they're going through. So that popped into my brain. When you were talking, because I was not listening to.
Yeah. What did you say? I'm sorry.
But also like problems compound at work too. Like
sure.
And then money becomes an issue, and that's super fun in a relationship. So yeah. So there's there's danger in staying complacent and not doing anything.
This episode is outfitted by Pendulum Threads, built for the hybrid athlete. Whether you're in the gym, on the trail, or chasing your next challenge, their gear moves with you. Head to pendulumthreads.com and use code COUNTDOWN2 for 15% off your order. Pendulum Threads. Perfect comfort, perfect performance.
Let me lob something at you.
Okay, let me attempt to catch it. Such an athlete.
Yeah, and okay. No, I've always thought about this where it's just like, like we were talking about like, November or January 9th, where people start falling off, the first wave of people falling off and stuff like that. And my cringe of going, oh man, hold on, like just develop those habits,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I'm sure there's a word for it, term for it, but just like you're still developing habits.
Yeah.
Moving forward or backwards.
Yeah.
And like I draw a druid.
You are Drew.
I am Drew. I'm Drew. I drew a lot of energy from that because in our transformation, whatever you want to call it, our growth, because when I'm starting to make good habits, it was just like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. It sucks. I'm never going to create these habits. And it's like, no, I already know how to create habits. I've created bad habits so much, and it was so helpful because it was like, it kind of pushed back on my negative thoughts of like, oh, I can't create these habits. Yeah, you're creating habits all the time. You're just stinking. The comfort habit. The comfort habit. And so it's just, I kind of, so anytime I'm coming up on something hard or even just something new like this Conquer 90, I got to get back into a rhythm of really pushing myself, especially with my current issues with bad backs and stuff like that. And so it is daunting, like, oh my gosh, like, okay, now I got to get in this grind of getting up at 5 a.m. every morning again and creating that habit. Wait, I've created a habit of getting out of that habit,
Yeah.
So
you fell. No, sorry.
Wow,
I'm sorry.
thanks.
That came off harsher than I thought.
If you guys need encouragement, don't come to Leighton. Yeah, you suck. That's why you're sucking.
Just being honest. I say it to myself too.
What happened to you? No,
I do now is what I mean. You're such a jerk.
I am a jerk.
If you want love, go to Drew.
Yeah, that's right. I'll love you to death.
Yeah, no. And even when you were talking about I need to get up at 5 a.m. every day, just like I need to get up at 5 tomorrow. You know, like I'm not telling you this, but people in general, it's like I need to do 5 a.m. for the rest of my life. You know, like it's like that's just tomorrow. That's all you got to do. You just got to work out tomorrow or work today. If you're listening to this while sleeping, wake up at 5 a.m. today. And
Well, no,
no,
let
go
me
ahead. Yeah.
piggyback on that.
Mhm.
Can I piggyback on that?
Just stop
I was
asking
going to
me
make a noise
questions.
of a piggyback, but I'm not sure
Just
what that noise would
go
be.
piggyback.
Squealing pig. Bareback. I'm in a men's group. I've shared this before, where we push each other, challenge each other, help each other grow, um, and what we really try to encourage is like, hey, you can only control what's right in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
the very thing in front of you, the very next decision. That's all you really can control in life. And I mean, that seems so, you know, I don't know, simple. I don't know if that's the word, but I mean, it's true. It's like all I can do is control what's in front of me. Okay, so in that, if you fail, you're not even listening. If you fail,
go.
no, I mean, yeah, if you fail, it's like get back on. You know, we talk about get back on the horse. It's that term, but it's kind of dumb. But it's like all you can do is control what's next, because like so many times if you fail and fall off the horse, it's like you have two choices. You can control and get back on the horse, or you can control and stop everything.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about getting up at 5 a.m. Don't worry about the future. I mean, like, plan it out. Try to make it as easy as possible. But in reality, all you can control is the next steps. Like this morning, I had my alarm set for 5. I didn't hear it, and
Yeah.
by the time I got up and looked at my alarm, it was like, oh, it's going off, but it was, I don't know why. I still don't know why it was not making a sound or vibrating.
Yeah.
So I threw it. No, but it was 5:20.
Truly believe that.
Yeah, and jerk. And I was like, oh, hang it, like, thankfully I wasn't tempted to go back to bed because we had this recording to do, but it was like, oh man, I there was things I wanted to do before we started this, and I woke up 23 minutes late. But it's like, no, I'm gonna still do what I wanted to do. It's not as much as I was planning to do. Just keep going.
Versus throwing in the towel for the rest of the day. Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
I can totally relate to that, because same thing.
Or I'll pick it back up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Or you got to change your work. If you're getting up to work out, be like, okay, well, I'm going to do something. I may not do the full workout I was planning, but I could do something. And like 3 weeks over Christmas break, I maybe trained a couple of times, like over the 3-week period. Like I hit a workout. I know. I ran into my coach yesterday and I told him, and he's like, don't ever do that again. He's like, come on. He's like, call me. Anyways, but like last week I jumped in. I worked out 4 days a week last week. And it was great. I feel wonderful. I'm sore. I'm like, yes, I miss this feeling, like
sore,
the good
right?
sore versus the bad. It feels wonderful to get back into it. And I wanted to do 5 days, because usually I'm able to like shoot for 5 days, and if I get 3, that's great. I did something. It's not like I only did 3. Oh, I'm so upset. Whatever.
Well, and I think a big piece of that is you shoot for 5, you get 3, and you don't self-sabotage you because you missed 2.
Yeah.
I had to do math real quick.
You did great.
2. Okay, thank you.
You focus on what you did right, and that's a healthy habit that you got to build too, instead of beating yourself up for not being perfect. Like we're not searching for perfect, we're searching for better,
because it's never going to be perfect.
There's
always going to be things.
And just to give people a scope, going into the next section, of a scope into what not doing stagnation, not doing anything.
So like
Just
where we'd be if we didn't.
no, not there yet, but just like, the things that can happen when you don't make the change, when you stay in your comfort zone. At home, there's shorter patience. You're more defensive. There's more defensiveness. You're less present because you're in a decline. At work, you're less initiative. You don't have any initiative. You're quiet dissatisfaction, blaming circumstances instead of owning those circumstances. In the body, there's weight gain, chronic pain, lower confidence. Looking in the mirror, it's just like, why even try? I'm getting fatter or whatever. In the mind, there's increased anxiety, lower self-trust, identity erosion. No one wakes up ruined. They wake up unchanged, and they do it over and over again. With all those coming down on you, you fall into a hole, a pit, and it's so hard to climb out of that. Like
Pit of despair.
The pit of despair, and it keeps getting deeper and deeper. And I'm not trying to make anyone panic or spiral, because that old me would have been like, this is too much. So sorry, but no, it's like, no, make a change today. Go walk right now, like while you're listening to us. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture of change. It's just changing slowly, daily, and over time, and it'll be the best decision that you've made. Like we have a new friends that they're going through some stuff. One of them, I just see myself in them, of like anxiety, depression. They have to like smoke a bowl before they go to an event because there's too much to be around people. And it's like, dude, you're hurting. And I'm not at all being mean. I'm excited for them, like, cause like they can feel better, like if they start making a change, and they are. They start going to church with us, and they're starting to spend more time with us, and good influences. They're getting into mountain biking. So I'm just stoked to see, like, you're going to be,
heck yeah,
you're going to have freedom. Like you're going to be,
well, and it's,
yeah.
You're leading from example. I mean, your story, and on the flip side is nice because you've been down those roads before.
Yes, sir.
And there's change possible.
I know change is possible.
You were a real jerk.
I still am a real jerk. I've gotten
I was going to say, now you're less of a
healthy jerk.
Yeah.
A clean and jerk versus anyway, it's a CrossFit movement.
Oh,
it's an Olympic weightlifting movement that CrossFit uses. Thank you very much. But
why would we even talk about?
Anyways, so
I'm not dogging CrossFit. I just can't do it. So.
Yeah, right. There you go. And if you can't do, you dog.
Wow. Sounds like Facebook. Oh,
I guess. Yeah. Do you want to talk about where we'd be at if we didn't make a change? Where we think, just real quick, like for ourselves?
My life would probably look like yours right now
if you didn't change.
I'm sorry, that was mean.
It's okay. I see you trying to get to me, but it doesn't get to me, man.
No, okay, where I'd be if I didn't change. That's a tough one. Not a tough one to see, but a tough one to even just like kind of dance with, because I really, for when I really made the change to really put my head down and grind, and it was 2023 for me, and which was not that long ago, but just at age 40, I would have been 44.
40,000 years old.
And encourage her. My health was just declining slowly, like we talked about. It's just slowly declining, and it was kind of in a phase where I had prior to that really worked on just changing my life, just by even like, reframing my thoughts about myself, about my situation. Um, I gained a lot of um, growth from a book called The Miracle Morning
Mm-hmm.
by Hal Elrod. And it just transformed just everything. Like, I mean, my mind, it was like a door was open in my brain. Like, oh my gosh, wow, this is amazing. Like, this is what healthy people think and
Mm-hmm.
act and respond and do. And it was just great. But I finally got to a point where it's just like, okay, in the physical department in particular, something needs to change. The
Yeah.
fibromyalgia was insane, pain wise. Kept on injuring myself. My joys of mountain biking were struggling because I just wasn't bouncing back from injuries or just even just soreness. And
Yeah.
it was limiting my mountain biking, which was a source of health for me, mental health. It was limiting it because I just couldn't ride like I used to. I couldn't do the cardio like I used to. And so, several years ago, I made the change and started to really work out. And man, my biking's improved tremendously. But if I hadn't really pursued that, I know plenty of people that are, for the most part, healthy mentally, spiritually, but they're just physically unhealthy. And that's I think where I would be. But like we were saying before, there's no stagnation, there's no middle line. It's like, even if you are, like, I know people who are um, scholars, very smart, um, great at their job, great at everything like that, but they're overweight and they're very physically unhealthy, and that pulls you down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an anchor, and
Mm-hmm.
so everything else is going right in your life. It's eventually just going to continue to pull it down, because we are more than one dimensional. We're more than just a physical body. And so, and we're more than a spiritual body. We're more than a mental body, whatever. And so when one is lacking, it's going to pull the others down. And so for me, I'm sorry, this is a long way about answering. For me, I just think that I would tank and I'd probably revert back to my old self, because that's what I knew and that's what was easiest. And so I don't know, that I've had so many blessings these last even 3 years, because you walk taller,
Mm-hmm.
you act different, you have some pride in yourself when you're physically fit.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
it's
and
not,
mentally fit and spiritually fit too. Sorry.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is like when you rise to the occasion, rise to the other levels of fitness with your physical to match your mental and whatever spiritual. It's like you you respond different when
Mm-hmm.
challenges come. You react different. You respond different. You don't react. You respond, and it's just this beautiful. Um, I don't know. I hate to use the word synergistic, but it creates more energy for the right things. And then eating better is easier. Working out, getting up at 5 a.m. is easier. All these things are contributors to that. Um, Being married, 20 years, you know, uh, I'm not surprised people get divorced. Not, I mean, there's obvious. No, I'm serious. There's
No, I know.
obvious
No, I know.
there's obvious um, things like that cause divorce, but even the ones that are married many years and they're holding on and stuff like that, like, I'm not surprised they get divorced just from not taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to watch a spouse go downhill and drag you with them. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
that sounds selfish, like, oh, you should still love them and whatever, but it's like, how, that's hard to do. That's
Oh yeah.
hard to hold this dead weight. That's hard to hold this depression. I mean, I was so depressed. Um, and that drags everybody else down. And so
Yeah.
I know my marriage would be struggling more than just the 21 years. In 3 days it'll be 21 years.
Oh, congrats. Almost.
Thank you.
You
Thank
haven't made it yet.
Oh, wow.
22 years and 363 days. Anyway.
Wow.
You're almost
Okay.
there.
Encourager over here.
Say, you're almost there. Good job. Keep going.
Thank you.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
appreciate that. Thanks. I almost gave up in this moment, this second.
Well, yeah.
Encouragement.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point, because like, how the heck are you gonna fight for someone else or fight for your relationship if you won't even fight for yourself to get healthy, to be healthy? How can you know what a healthy relationship looks like if you don't even have a healthy relationship with yourself?
Yeah.
Like, it starts with you. It starts with not you, but like yourself. It starts with working on yourself. But
how do you expect to lead your family? And I'm careful with that word because I have thoughts on leading your family, but how do you expect to be a contributor to your family when you're just tanking? I mean, like, I look at my son, he's
taking.
tanking.
No, I
like-
know, but I was saying when you're taking though instead of giving. I'm
Yeah, that too. Taking and
piggybacking
tanking.
on you.
Read. And I think of the bye dear, love you.
Oh, love you too, bro.
Oh yeah, bye dear. I'm out of here. No, but I mean, like, even I've got a 9-year-old son and who's amazing and energetic, and he just sees me all the time struggling with a bad back. Oh, son, I'm sorry, I can't wrestle today. I can't do this. Oh, careful jumping on dad. He's gonna break in two, and that's hard. I mean, because it's been 6 months of that, and I'm just seeing his little brain go, oh yeah. I'm just waiting for him to be grown up and be like, yeah, my dad was just this pansy, glass, growing up, and so I try to meet him in other ways so that it's not dad's checking out.
Yeah.
Because that plays on a kid so much. I've got a responsibility with my kid to step up, to keep pushing, to keep grinding. Because how dare I say, hey, he's in Taekwondo, and at 9, he's, he loves it and he hates it. It just depends on the day. Oh, I don't want to go, kind of thing. And how do I push him? Like, no, dude, you made a commitment. You're gonna go, and without dad like working out, I always picture somebody on the sofa, just large and unmotivated and undisciplined and not in shape, yelling at their son like, hey, you need to go play soccer and commit to it. And it's like, you a-hole, why don't you get up off your chair?
Yeah.
And I try to be kind to people, because there are physical elements, mental elements, all the above, that hold people back. But it's like, you can't do that. And that's me telling myself, I can't do that. I got to step up. It hurts to wrestle with my son. Well, maybe I could start on the ground wrestling with him, to where it's not a lot of strain on my back. Just
Right.
like there's workarounds that need to take place to continue to grow for yourself and for your family.
Yeah. Well, and you're leading in other ways too, not just beating your kid. Sorry.
Wow.
I meant in wrestling, but
Yeah.
No, it's so funny, because there's been time where the kids like want to wrestle, and I'm like, I can't, and I'm like, I think to myself, I'm like, is it because I'm hurt, or is it because I'm lazy?
Yes.
For me personally. And it's like, oh, I'm just being lazy, or I want to go work on something. It's like, no, we have time. We have 30 minutes with them a day. Not,
Yeah. And there's some urgency there. And I think this is a healthy urgency of like, bro, my back's killing me. I can't wrestle. And it's like, he's 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, by the 12, maybe 3 years, he's not going to want to wrestle.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not going to want to hang out with me. I'm old fuddy-duddy grandpa dad, like he's going to want to be with his bros and, whatever. But I also think about that with my wife. Like, just with relationships, it's like, how attractive am I? Like, I'm not trying to, my wife's not shallow whatsoever. But like in a relationship, it's like, you still want to be attractive. you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not talking about like always physically, but physically is a big piece of that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there is something about like my wife who will just, or wives in general, or spouses, or partners in general, that like you've been there with them for a while, and then all of a sudden you get this compliment from them. It's like, oh wow,
Yeah.
she still thinks this, or
Noticing.
she's seen me go downhill and like, wow, Drew, you're really, bouncing, or whatever. I don't know. But it's like, you walk taller, and it's like, man, go for that. Let's
Mm-hmm.
do that again. It just, I don't know. It's so uplifting when you're built, or encouraged by your significant other, especially after a long time of being together.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my, she saw me this way. That's amazing. All right, let's
Yeah.
keep going. So
Cool. Can
We're
I? Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Can I be mean? No. No. I
those
just.
are.
No. I just.
What else is new?
But at least I'm asking for your permission. No, I wanted to like. There's,
Can
and I
we
wanted
edit it
to.
out if I cry?
No. I wanted to say something that it's not even that big of a deal.
You're making it.
There's something, I know. There's something that if you hadn't made a change, I think would happen also that you didn't necessarily touch up on. If I can
anger?
add, yeah. Like I.
Oh, surprise!
You have done an amazing job on handling your anger. I don't see you angry at all anymore. But also I don't see you in life. But like
we don't hang out at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it gone?
But like you used to be very reactive, angry.
Mm-hmm.
Like and I can relate because like if I hit my head on something, it would just straight anger through my whole body and it would turn into a fist. Like, and I'm not an angry person necessarily. Like we're pretty lovely. Anyways, and you would compound if something was going wrong, something fell over, it's like, why isn't this working? And you'd get mad and react. And I think that would, if you hadn't made a change, that would have just taken you over as you got older in your marriage, not necessarily taking it out on anyone, but just like it would eat you up, and then it would eat up the people around you.
Yeah. Well, you clearly haven't driven with me anytime.
Well, that's fine.
That anger's okay. That's righteous anger.
I do remember as a kid in your VW bus, brand new because we're that old. No, in your
well played.
Thanks. In your VW bus, like driving on Main Street in our local town, and nothing really happened, and you were so mad at other drivers, and nothing was really happening, and you punched the ceiling of your VW bus.
Oh, I probably put a hole in it. Those are tin cans.
And
awesome. Thank you for.
Yeah, and so I'm just saying, like, there's a big difference, and so I'm so happy that you're never gonna have to deal with that. Like you're never gonna have to have anger destroy your life because you
as long as I keep growing.
Yes, exactly. And
as long as I keep growing, because we could all easily slip back into those old ways. There are times where I'll blow my top.
Totally.
But you're right. I mean, I appreciate that. You're right. I mean, like I probably honestly wouldn't be married at this time because my anger was such an issue. It was, like you said, a blow to a head, I'd put a fist in a wall and then be like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. It was that reactive and that quick.
Yeah.
And spouses, even if it's not directed towards them, that's poison. Mm-hmm. And they can't have their kids around that action. And I agree with that. Like, yeah. And then my kid would learn that. And I mean,
you broke generational trauma. Like you didn't pass on your trauma onto Ethan, your son. You did the hard work to not pass it on. And even more so, if for some reason he starts getting angry, he learned from you by watching you
This is how you
be a strong
deal with your anger.
man, or yeah, this is how you deal with your anger. This is how you be healthy. So round of applause. I'm very proud of
Thank
you,
you.
Drew. And it's so funny because I was showing my friend our Moab video over the weekend, and I watched some of your anger come out when we were at the snotch. I was like, oh, there he is, and it's when you were trying to like walk down the snotch and you tripped on your bike and you're like, you wanted to throw your bike, and I was like, hey, it's okay, like don't just breathe, it's all good.
Yeah, and like I said, thank you for bringing up that embarrassing moment, but and I'm glad it's on video.
Go watch the video.
But no, it is that reactive thing of like that really gets me. Like we said, if we hit our head, if I'm trying to do something like in Moab where I was trying to be careful not to get hurt walking down the snotch with a bike, and I tripped and almost headered down the snotch,
right?
Down that, cliff basically. It's that knee jerk, like, oh, something's trying to, not
Totally.
something. I don't think something's trying to get after me, but it's like, it's a fear. It's a derivative of fear. And so that's always been a source of my anger, especially when it comes to physical things, because of dealing with fibro. And like anytime I get hurt, it's like such a maddening thing, because it's like, my gosh, like I already hurt, now I'm more hurt,
Yeah.
So
I get it, because
something I had to control.
Yeah, I get it, because on the show The Office, there's a scene where Michael is he's frustrated, and he goes into
no spoiler alerts.
He goes into the elevator. It's been over a decade that did. Like,
if you haven't seen it by now,
I'm sorry.
That's on you.
But yeah, exactly. But he goes into the elevator and he hits the closed door button and it doesn't close, and he hits it again and it doesn't close, and he's like, "Why is there a closed door button? It doesn't work." And I was like, "That's the anger. That it's like when the thing isn't working that it's supposed to do, I get super frustrated."
Yeah.
Anyway,
and especially compound that, like, I mean, for me, like if your hands are full, like if you got boxes and you're hitting the elevator door with their elbow, and it's a heavy load, and it's like, oh my gosh, why isn't this working? Because it's supposed to work, and my hands are full and heavy, and yada yada.
And you fixed that by getting stronger, so you can hold the box longer.
Yeah, exactly. Did you ever watch any of the Avengers?
Yeah.
Latest ones?
No.
So apparently not. There's a scene where Iron Man's trying to make the Hulk angry. To where he becomes the Hulk.
Yeah.
And like the Dr. Banner's like, no, I'm not, lay off me, I'm not going to get angry. The green guy's not going to come, kind of thing. And then when it was time for the green guy to come, and they're like, time to get angry, and he's just like, that's the trick. I'm always angry.
Mm.
And that's how he controlled his anger, or becoming the Hulk, so to speak. And I always drew a lot from that, because that's how I was, where it was just like, I was always angry. I was always at a level of anger, stuffing it down, and then there would be one last thing that pushes me over the edge.
Yeah, right.
And I'd and so I'd blow up for the smallest things, and like those around me are just like, what the hell? Like,
yeah, where'd that
what was that
from?
about? Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, no, I was already, my
I was already
boiling
mad.
point was already getting to that point.
Totally.
And it's totally unhealthy. I mean, like, you can't stay at that. You can't control that, and your body feels that. And so this journey of getting healthy really helped in that area.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, and see, like, and look at you now, like, you were really angry and you're not so much anymore. And so that change is possible, like you could have easily,
look at me.
You could have easily been like, this is who I am, deal with it, or like, this is who you married, deal with it, and that is so lazy. Like,
well, yeah. And also I could have easily, because there were times where I would be like, hey, I'm just an a-hole.
Right. Just
you deal with it.
I know 5 people like that, where it's just like, okay, well, I don't have to hang out with you, like.
Well, am I one of them?
No, actually, I didn't even think of that. But and I do. You also said something earlier that I think is profound. Is that you said, I made my my change back in 2023. And you're like, and that wasn't that, you're like, it wasn't even that long ago. And I was like, exactly. It didn't take that long to become who you are now. It's not this forever project. We're always working on ourselves because we want to, because we like it. I've recently learned, man, I thrive when I got a lot going on. When I choose to rise to the occasion. We just got a second dog, and we don't need a second dog. And I was like, I could have been pissy about it, but I was like, all right, I'll make it happen. And we are. And actually, it's been really wonderful having the second dog because it calms our other dog. They play together. It's more joy in the house. He's a sweetheart. Anyway. But like, it doesn't take long. It takes longer than 9 days, January 9th. So hang on. But
to kick in, yeah.
But it's not this daunting forever project. It gets easier. It gets happier. I almost want to smack people to make the change because it's how worth it is. How the freedom you feel. I don't like. I don't think people really think about that. I think they were like, "Oh, I want to look good." I don't give a crap. Like, I look good because I'm confident. Because I feel better about myself. Like it's so much more than that, and you won't be able to experience the freedom how it feels until you do make this change. Like it is. Yeah. It's 100% worth it. And I'm not talking about getting muscles. I'm talking about your brain and your heart and facing your traumas and depression and talking through.
I love how you're like, it's not about muscles, but then you name 2 muscles.
Okay, sorry, it's not about aesthetics and.
I'm sorry. No, absolutely. And again, back to like, my change was just a day at a time.
Back to me
because I'm tired of you. But I mean, and your change was just a day at a time and focusing on what you could do right now to change. So, that's what these challenges are about. That's and you don't need a challenge like Mountain Ops Conquer 90, but it's nice to have that.
Yeah, it's
that
fun
parameter, those guidelines, and even
community.
Like, yeah, and even like it's 3 months, and it's nice even to contain it at that as well, because it's like, even though the goal is to be healthy the rest of your life, that's too far out. Let's bring it in. Even 3 months is too far out. Just focus on every day. And that's how we got to grow and change. I mean, my back is destroyed, and I've got to figure out a new way to get healthy, a new way to cardio. And in that, I get so discouraged, or I can get so discouraged, and I have to fight it because I'm like, hang it, like, I don't know how to get healthy with a bad back. But no, what can I do today?
Yeah.
What can I do in this moment? What can I do? Okay, I can, I don't know, make something up, but I can swim.
Yeah.
Swim's very healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have access to a pool, and so it's like, change what you need to change, or do what you need to do for those changes, and do it, just take it daily.
Yeah.
Take this challenge daily.
It's so funny you mention Conquer 90 being, it's 3 months. And because I'm at a point now where I wanted to do a mountain bike specific program for like 3 months, training program. And then I was like, yeah, I could do Conquer 90. And I was like, oh, it's only 3 months. It's April. Okay, I can do the mountain bike one April till we go to YETI Gathering. Like I was like, all right, that's not too hard. So it's just funny the change. From it's 90 days, it's 3 months to like, oh yeah, it's only 3 months. It's cool.
You could do the mountain bike routine for that.
I know, but I don't think it'll. I don't know.
Change you as much
as what Conquer 90 is supposed to be for. So
gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? You don't have to go the whole 3 months. Like if you do 2 months, if you do a month, at least you did. The last couple episodes we talked about. At least we did. Dude, shut up. You're pissing me off.
Always.
No, it's just like what I'm saying though is like. we just talked about this on a stupid freaking episode, and you're like, oh no, that's not true.
Hey, wait, our
And we just
episodes are
spent an
stupid?
hour of our life talking about something, you're discrediting it. But it's like, no, at least you did a month's worth of something if you were doing nothing before, like don't beat yourself up for not finishing the whole 3 months. At least you did something.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Yeah, but you're like, I'm going to be a negative Nancy. During the football game yesterday, you were like, I knew we weren't going to win. Like 30 minutes in, I'm like, are you kidding me, you negative Nancy? Anyways.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
So
exactly.
that I don't get my hopes up and get crushed.
Please wow yourself.
And so then when they do win, it's like,
keep
yay!
it to yourself. So since you asked me where I would be if I didn't make the change.
Before we move on, I'm sorry. Before we move on, where would you be if you didn't change?
Well, it's going to be very simple.
This amazing podcast won't be out. I know that.
Yeah. It's going to be very simple and short and direct. I would be dead.
Oh, I know where this is going. Damn it.
I absolutely not dead to myself, not living a pointless life. I would not be here. I would have taken my life for sure.
Why do you gotta go so grim? Jeez.
I'm being honest. I'm being 100% truthful. I would be
That's why I'm sad.
dead. There's two situations to where I would have taken my life if I made two changes. One of them was when I left Portland. I fled for my life. And that was good. And then I fell back into the hole again, and then I did it one more time. And now it's finally stuck. Like I'm not dead. But also like even more so compounding the. It's not like, oh, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able here to experience life. I think about, not all the time, but I think about like my nieces and nephews if I took my life, how that would affect the whole family. Of sadness. What is that face?
You list your nieces and nephews like they're the only people in your bloody life. I mean, me.
The list wasn't over. You're so selfish. Anyways, but I just mean like it. I would, it would family events be like, wish Leighton was here. Like what could we have done? Whatever. It would have changed everyone's life forever, because that's how impactful I am.
Can I mention two things?
Yeah. You do whatever you want.
One,
I'm not listening, but
yeah, I know it's I'm used to that. One is like, yeah, I mean, we have the power to influence others, and in positive and negative ways. If you would have kicked it, like that would be the death to many others. Just death leaves such a hole, and when somebody takes their life, it's even that much more. And so, and I only bring that up because it's like for any of our listeners that have considered suicide or are in the throes of it, it's just like that hole is unfillable. People, in their darkest moments, easily, say, oh, the world would be better without me. It's like, that's baloney. Secondly, no, it's like, I think of like life without Leighton, if you were to take your life, and it just crushes me, right? And there's also The Walking Dead, not the show, but like those that have given up on themselves, who've just like, oh my God, this is life. This is what it is. This is what you can expect. When they die to themselves, man, it affects, I would say, people just the same. Where it's just like, here's this hole. Leighton could have been this. But he gave up on himself, and he's still alive, but he's checked out. He's not himself. It's not, it's not fun to be around, and not fun like, hey, be the life of the party, but like people like that are such a drag, on everybody. And so it's such a catch-22 because, well, in that case, I shouldn't be here. It's like, no, you're going to destroy anybody that wanted to have a relationship with you or had a previous relationship with you. And so, I mean, it's just, I don't know how we got on this topic so heavily, especially
Me.
at the start of Conquer 90. Yeah, you anchor. Wait, anchors are a positive thing.
I do have an anchor right there on my feet.
Dead weight. Dead weight. No. But yeah, so I mean it's like show up, change as best you can, one moment at a time, just challenge every thought. Is this because I'm hurting? Is this because I'm giving up? Is this because and just really and there's so many times, and I know you can test this where it's just like, oh gosh, I can't. I don't want to work out today. I'm so sore. And the moment you do start working out, it's like, man, my mood's just so much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I was just thinking about stuff.
Oh.
Like, I was thinking about what you were saying. Like, it means a lot because it's real. Like, and you said nice things about me for once. It's just heavy. Like, I'm super happy and stoked. I just like I think about people living how I used to live, and it's like, dude, just please do it. It's so worth it. It's hard. It's really effing hard for a little bit.
So this 90 days,
kill it.
Just do the opposite of what you normally would do. I mean, that's what you got to do, and then, but do it 1 second at a time. Do it 1 minute at a time. And that builds on itself. And next thing you know, 90 days passes, and you're like, wow, I may not have won some reward, but that's my favorite thing about Mountain Ops and their $10,000, prize. It's like one person gets two people, a male and female, get a prize. And everybody else is just like, oh, I didn't win. But it's like, dude, you won. You got an amazing body or new habits or change of everything. Keep
new
building
community.
on that.
You made a change, and I'm so proud of all the people that have gone onto the Mountain Ops Facebook page and like posted pictures of where they're at.
Man, yeah,
and humbling, and it's just like, dude, they're showing up. I'm so proud of. I should write that more of like you're doing the hardest part by saying I'm going to make a change.
And every time, I mean. Seriously, anytime people post their beginning photos, there's like, this is so embarrassing and so humbling, but I'm going to do it. And I always chime in and be like, you did the first step, and that's admitting where you're at and sharing where you're at. I mean, that right there is growth alone. And by the way, it's a private Facebook group, so anybody else that wants, well, actually you can't join. It's closed. Sorry. But yeah. I mean, you can join, but you can't start the challenge.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
but do your own challenge. You don't give yourself $10,000 at the end of the challenge. But
wish I could.
Still join.
Still you can still join. You just can't do the challenge anymore. But you can still be a part of the group. And it's so encouraging. Even at my fitness level, it's encouraging. To keep going, to keep grinding, not be stagnant.
Well, with that, bro, I'm done.
I
gotta go to work.
I was gonna say, I love it whenever you're like, yeah, I'm done. It's like, I know the finger snaps because you always do it like, all right, and we're done. Snappy dappy.
Sorry, that's really funny, but I'm like, I gotta go.
Hey, thanks for not being an a-hole and taking your life.
Thanks. Not an a-hole D-bag.
Yeah.
No. Thanks for believing in me, and fighting with me, for each other. I have so much thanks to you, brother o' mine. I did this, but I had a team of you behind me, encouraging me to do this. So thank you, bro Nacho. And also you're welcome for how I helped you.
Don't be like Leighton. Check. No, I'm sorry.
uh, I it's real quick earlier. When you were saying nice things, um, about me.
Hold on to that.
No, it's so funny because like I run into probably at least once a day. I get like, dude, podcast awesome, or dude, proud of you,
cool.
awesome, at the grocery store, whatever. Um, and like Haley and I will run into people that I went to high school with, grew up with, haven't seen in 12 years, whatever, and they're like, dude, they'll go to Haley and be like, dude, Leighton's awesome. Like, and I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, I'm not trying to like brag or anything like that, but it's just people. I was just imagining if I'd taken my life, what those people who grew up with me are like, oh, dude, Leighton's great. Like he's always been super Christian, spiritual, and like funny and kind. I'm like, oh boy. And uh but I get it all the time, and it's nice. Like, I'm like, oh, sweet. And so, but I sometimes think about that, like, dude, like, how would that have affected a friend from 12 years ago, me taking my life? Like,
Yeah.
it is impactful. And it's, I've had a best friend growing up take his life not a couple years ago, and it floored me, and it floored so many people around him. Great family friend. And so don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
I used to have the suicide hotline memorized. I don't anymore because I don't need it. Like, I used to sing the 1-800 song, and I've called it a couple times, and they were great the times I needed it. But they make a change if you can go from wanting to die every day to wanting to live for the fullest every day in a couple years. It's not like, oh, I just got here. I've been feeling this way for a couple of years. Like, so just do it, man. It's so worth it. We're here with you.
I like what you said too, where somebody from your childhood or high school is just like, oh my gosh, Leighton's great. I bet you they're also looking at you like, wow, how healthy you are,
Yeah.
mentally, physically, spiritually, than you were in high school. Obviously, mom died in high school, so that was a huge blow. But
It did blow. Yeah.
yeah, and so I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, so it's like awesome to see like somebody from the outside going, looking, like, seeing the contrast. Wow, Leighton was here, and now he's way over here.
Yeah.
And I think I've got friends that do that, have had the same experience, or even my wife who just like, wow, you were over here, and now you're here.
Yeah.
Like, it does show. It does. People do see it.
Yeah.
So, all
Cool.
right.
Love you guys.
Continue
Thank you.
to rip it and stick it.
Rip it, stick it.
I don't even know what term that is. That for skiing? I don't know.
Surfing. I think it's surfing.
Oh,
Rip
I'll have
it.
to look
I don't
it
know.
up. Rip it and stick it.
Anyways,
Stick it, I think, is a skateboard.
shove it.
Anyways,
I don't know.
yeah. So we got to come up with our own. We appreciate you guys. We're looking forward to this next several months of grinding, as well as having people on the cast that have put in the hard work, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Good, solid people so far. So, yeah, we'll see you next time.